Hello everyone, welcome. I'm glad to be back here. This is D&K Cafe, Dank Cafe, or Dank. You can call me any one of those. This is my final run of Retrothon, so thank you from the start for everyone involved in Retrothon. Behind the scenes, all the runners, everyone, it's been a lot of fun. So we are playing Arumana no Kiseki, the Miracle of Arumana. We're going to play a ROM-hacked version. This is a Famicom Disk System game that is very similar, you'll see, to Indiana Jones, and specifically the Temple of Doom. So without further ado, why don't we get started with the Miracle of Arumana? So time is going to start when I get control, and that's right now. So this game is very, very interesting. Unlike actual Indiana Jones, there is no whip, but I do get a grappling hook, which is pretty hype. So that's what you're going to be seeing me do, and you're also going to see me do something like this, where I just clip through the walls, because walls don't mean a thing in this game. They absolutely mean nothing. You can't do that with every single wall in the game, but there are very specific areas in this game where you can kind of clip through and ignore the boundaries of all physics. And that's boss number 1 and level number 1 down. So level number 2, we're going to be going through some more caverns, but we're just going to ignore everything right here and just kind of climb through this wall. I'm not sure exactly how much of this was intended. Surely, I have to believe the developers knew that something like this could happen. I'm just not sure how something like that could be missed. It's kind of a difficult mechanic to work with, the grappling hook in general, because how are you going to, get it to work with other platforms and not have you clipping into walls, clipping into ceilings, stuff like that. So we're just going to ignore basically everything around us, and we're gonna take the shortcut. Walls are merely a suggestion. That's absolutely correct. Right here. So this level, if you don't do the wall clips, it's kind of mean. There's several areas where there's kind of a bottleneck, some vertical areas that have spikes throwing out of the walls at you, and it's just kind of mean, as I said. So ROM hack, I see a question about what the ROM hack means for this game. The ROM hack simply takes a Famicom Disk System game and removes the loading screens. So that's all we're doing right here. We've removed all loading screens and made it much more streamlined. I've taken 2 hits already. That's rough. 3 hits already. Okay, bats. All right, we're gonna take a death here, I'm sure. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it is its own game. We're gonna get that extra little mine ball there. Grappling hook's not playing well with me right now, so we're just gonna try to clip through this wall. That is a gem at the top there. That gem will come in handy for a couple of situations. Right now I want to clip down into this little cavern here, get a couple of... There we go. Get a couple of items just to build up my ammunition, my inventory, and that'll make this climb a lot easier. This climb is kind of a nightmare. All these things coming out of the woodwork, all the walls, all the bats flying around. It is a Konami game, so of course we're gonna see some bats. Those guys just kind of jump off the cliff to their doom, so I'm not worried about them. Flash warning, I apologize. Every time I use that gem, the weapon that's flashing right now, there is a bit of a flash. It's not too bad right now, but come later in the game, it's going to be pretty rough and pretty noticeable. I will try to give a warning for that because it is, I don't have any sort of issues, with flashing like that, but even this game kind of makes my eyes hurt a little bit. So we're going to get to the face boss. We've got a few faces that are just kind of throwing out some laser beams at me, and I'm just going to shoot them until dead. 2, 3, 4. then we use the bolas. This is a bola game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Beautiful. Konami was very, very good back then.
Not much to write home about these days. This is the Mountainside level. It's just going to take some pretty fancy maneuvering with the old grappling hook here. Not a lot of clipping through walls in this particular area, except for one situation that you'll see right now. Each of these levels, like, honestly, takes a minute or less to get through with these clips. There is a route that is clipless. And it is, as you might imagine, significantly harder. The game's pretty lenient as far as giving you health refills, and of course, what other health refill would you expect to find in a Konami game than a drumstick? Drumsticks will fill your entire life bar. I'm going to grab one right up here just to make sure. I don't really need it, but I like to have full health going into each boss just in case something catastrophic happens. This boss, hopefully you're not afraid of spiders, because this guy's a big boy. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you duck, then his webs will never ever hit you. Alright, now we gotta do it the slow way. We got these spike balls that we're gonna toss at him, and he's done. Next level has the best music in the game, so I'm just gonna shut up for a hot second here and let you enjoy it. You saw me do a mechanic right there, and I will do that again later in this game where I push downwards after I've clipped into a wall, and it forces my character to kind of fall. If I were to touch the bottom of the screen when I'm clipped into the wall, the black part right above the HUD, all the weapons and the health bar and all that, if I were to touch the bottom of the screen, then it's an instant death. So I try not to do that except for one very specific moment in the game, which is coming up in the next level. This particular level without the clips is an absolute nightmare. This one and the next one. The current run for this category, where we're allowed to do all the wall clips and such, current record right now, I believe, is just over 8 minutes. But doing it with no wall clips right now is about 12 minutes. I think it's 12 and change. Off the top of my head, I don't recall. I do have both records at the moment. We are looking for more runners. I'd love to see it. Love to see it. So there's the mechanic I was telling you about where if you touch the bottom of the screen, you instantly die. I did that so I can spawn more gems. These gems are the easiest way, not the only way, but the easiest way to kill the final boss. So I'm going to give you guys a preemptive warning. There's going to be a lot of flashing in about, I'd say 30 seconds. It's gonna be quite something. So if you are sensitive to that, I do apologize. I will try to make it as quick as possible. All right, jump that gap, kind of clip into the ceiling so that I can do this, and then we're gonna do one more, and we're gonna ride through the wall here. Now I got one more kind of wall clip that I gotta do. So we're gonna head up to the final boss arena right now. If I weren't doing it in wall clips like this right now, guys, I'd have to go down and around and up, and there's so many enemies that it'd be maybe one day I'll show you the wall clip free version, but that is not today. That is not today. Here is the final boss, so shield your eyes, guys. We have to hit him with 32 gems. This is the freest final boss in any game that you will ever play, because all I have to do is stand here and hit the B button in rhythm. And that is time. That is time. That is Arumana no Kiseki. Really cool game. Kind of tough to learn. I'll give you a little kind of insider knowledge as to those wall clips there. If you wanted to learn this game. So all I do is once you're in the wall, you have to hold up and press B to send out that grappling hook.
So once you're in the wall that you want to clip through, just hold up and hit B and roll your thumb over to A. That causes you to jump. If you press and hold B, then you're going to kind of raise your character sprite up a little bit, and then it saves you from hitting the screen down at the bottom and dying. This game does loop. There's no difference in loops. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this and for all my runs this week. Stay tuned for Golgo 13 and for the rest of the marathon. Love you guys, and I'm looking forward to being back next time. Have a great night.